Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be taking a close look at a screenplay called A Bitter Letter. It's a really fascinating story, built on emotions that pretty much everyone can relate to. We're going to dive into its structure, the characters, and the powerful themes that really give it that broad international appeal. So let's start with a question that's right at the heart of this story. And, it's one you've probably asked yourself before. Why is it that our first love is just so hard to forget? This screenplay, A Bitter Letter, builds its entire emotional world around that one single powerful idea. And that question, it's really the foundation for the whole feel of the story. This is a classic melodrama, right? It's designed around a love that never really goes away. The entire story is built on that lingering, bittersweet feeling for a connection that just haunts you for a lifetime. Okay, so where does this all begin? Well, the story really kicks off with our main character, Sunam. A tragedy strikes, and it unearths a secret that he never, ever knew existed. Meet Sunam. He's 40 years old, runs a small, quiet, secondhand bookstore, and lives a pretty reclusive life. It's a world away from the celebrity spotlight his parents lived in. But then, a sudden, fatal car accident just shatters his quiet existence and pulls him right back into their world. And here's that moment that changes everything, the inciting incident. While he's clearing out his parents' home, a place he always felt a bit disconnected from, Sunam finds a small wooden box. And this one object is about to completely unravel his entire understanding of his own past. So what's in the box? Get this, 3 letters. Their edges are literally singed, and they're from his first love. They're dated 20 years ago, from this intense whirlwind relationship that lasted just 3 days. The discovery that his mother kept these hidden from him for 2 decades, well, that starts him on a quest for answers he never even knew he needed. All right, now let's meet the 3 people whose lives are all tangled up in this 20-year-old mystery. So, at the center of it all, you've got Sunam, the quiet man who's suddenly forced to face all these memories he spent his whole life burying. And then there's Seol, the brilliant, intense woman who vanished from his life just as quickly as she appeared, leaving nothing but questions in her wake. But here's the twist, and this is where it gets really good. This is not just a story about 2 former lovers. The real mystery, the person who connects them across 20 years of silence, is Sunam's mother, who just passed away. It turns out his mother wasn't just holding on to these letters. No, she was an active player. Apparently, she was so hurt by her son's heartbreak that she secretly went and found Yoon-sul herself. This just changes everything for Sunam. His search is no longer just about finding a lost love. It's about trying to understand the mother he feels like he never really knew at all. The way the story is told is also really dynamic. It's propelled forward by 2 timelines running side by side. A really compelling present-day search for the truth, and these powerful, vivid flashbacks to the past. So in the present, Sunam's story basically plays out like a detective novel. He leaves his quiet life behind, using the letters and a mysterious photo as his only clues. He's trying to piece together the life of a woman he was deeply connected to for only 72 hours. And this is where the storytelling gets so clever. As Sunam uncovers clues in the present day, we, the audience, get pulled back into the past, right back into the intense, emotional memory that started this whole thing. This one line just perfectly captures their connection. It didn't start slowly. It began on a rainy rooftop with this incredibly direct, bold question from Minseon. I mean, that tells you everything you need to know about her character and the kind of intensity their bond had from the very first moment. Their entire relationship, the whole thing, unfolds over 3 passionate, unforgettable days. They connect instantly, they fall hard, and then it's just over. The fact that it was so short and so intense makes the abrupt ending even more mysterious and, honestly, heartbreaking. So you're left with these 2 huge, burning questions that drive the whole story forward. Why did they break up so suddenly? And what was his mother's role in all of this? These are the engines designed to keep an audience hooked right into the final reveal. Okay, so let's step back and look at the big picture. What makes the screenplay such a compelling story with really clear global potential? Let's break down the key elements that make it so marketable and appealing to a wide audience. From a creative standpoint, this story just checks all the boxes for a successful international production. The themes, first love, grief, family secrets, they're totally universal. The mystery is deeply compelling, and the characters are really complex. The structure also makes it super adaptable. You could see this as a feature film, or even better, a character-driven limited series. And the appeal here is incredibly broad. It's not just for one audience. The whole first love element really taps into nostalgia for younger viewers, while the adult themes of grief, second chances, and family secrets, those connect deeply with a more mature audience. It really gives it this fantastic, wide-ranging appeal. And in the end, the story leaves us with this central haunting question. What truly defines a life? Is it a secret held for 2 decades? Or is it a love that burned brighter than anything for only 3 days? It's that emotional dilemma that gives the story its real power, and it's what could make it an unforgettable experience for audiences all over the world.